Hello, children. How are you all? Yes, till now we have learned few terms related to music. They are Sangeetam, Swaras, Saptaswaras, and Arohana, Avarohana, together called as Murchana. So, today we are going to learn a term Shruti, which we generally use in music. Even I keep saying that let me give you Shruti before singing. Yes, but what is this term? Have you ever came across such word? Okay, let me explain you in musical terms. Okay, yes, here the actual meaning of Shruti is it is the smallest audible sound which can be heard distinctly. It is a musical sound which a well trained human ear is capable of distinguishing. It is the key note on which all other swaras are derived. So, this is the actual meaning of Shruti. Shruti in Western music, it is called as pitch, Pitch. Okay, in Indian music, we call it as Shruti. Here, let's understand this in an elaborated manner. The first line in the meaning is it is the smallest audible sound which can be heard distinctly. That means this is the very smallest sound, minute sound that can be heard very clearly. When can we hear a sound very clearly? When it is pleasant to our ears. Our ears get attracted to such pleasant sounds very easily. So, here the sound is very clear and also pleasant. That sound is called as Shruti. That is a very smallest audible sound which can be heard distinctly. Distinctly means clearly. Here the meaning we have to take is clearly. Okay? And the next line is it is a musical sound which a well trained human ear is capable of distinguishing. Children, what is the meaning of distinguishing? That means we can differentiate from many sounds we hear, we can differentiate this pleasant sound which is clear to our ears. That is done only by a well trained human ear. Let's take an example. If suppose I am not a musician, but even then I can say which sound is a pleasant sound, but I don't know what it is actually. Yes, we keep listening to music, and few sounds in that music may be like not pleasant. Few doesn't like drum beats, few people don't like percussion sounds. So it's like different to different human ear. To each human being it will be different. So the same way here, a well trained human ear, in this phrase well trained human ear means who is well trained in music, can identify a Shruti from those pleasant sounds. Okay, we hear many pleasant sounds, but what is Shruti? How can you identify that? If you are well trained in music, then you can identify Shruti. Okay, we cannot take each and every sound we hear as Shruti. There are few points from where we take it as Shruti. Okay, so here it is the key note on which all other swaras are derived. That means this Shruti is the very important note from which all other swaras are derived. Okay, this is the soul of music. If there is no Shruti, there is no music. We compare Shruti to mother. How a mother plays an important role in our life, even the Shruti plays an important role in music. If there is no Shruti, there is no music. So Shruti is very much important to music. It is compared to what? Mother. How much mother is important, that much Shruti is important to music. Okay, I hope you all understood what Shruti is. The actual meaning is attached to the PDF file that has been sent to you, and along with it there is an alankaram, third alankaram, where we are going to understand Arohana and Avarohana in a proper way. Okay, As I told you in my earlier videos, Arohana is the ascending order. That means going from down to up, lower pitch to higher pitch. Here we got to know what is Shruti. What is pitch? That means Shruti. We have different Shrutis. So from that we will take one standardized pitch. In that pitch we will go down and we will go up. How you will get to know in further classes. Okay. So here what is Arohana? I am revising again, children, in this video. Arohana means singing from low pitch to high pitch is called as Arohana, and singing from high pitch to low pitch is called as Avarohana, and these Arohana and Avarohana together called as Morchana. Don't forget this, children. Please note it down in your music notes. Okay. Now let's understand this Alankaram 3. Yes, see, this Alankaram is written only, I have written only half of this Alankaram in this format. You have to fill the rest. I wrote only Arohana, you have to write Avarohana. Okay, children? Yes. Let me sing the whole Alankaram, listening to which you have to learn the Swaram. Alankaram. Alankaram or Swaram is nothing but exercises in music. Okay. Now yes, the third Alankaram. Sari ga ma ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga pa ma ga ri ma ga ri sa. So this is the Swaram, children. How many Swaras do we have in music? Yes, you're absolutely right. We have 7 Swaras. We can give numbers to those Swaras. Sa means 1, Ri 2, Ga 3, Ma 4, Pa 5, Da 6, Ni 7. And what is this Sa and dot above this note? That is the Swara from the another octave. What is octave and all we will learn in further classes. Okay, I'm trying to introduce few musical terms. Okay, I'll explain you in detail in further classes. I'm using those terms so that you will be familiar with those words. But what is octave and all, I'll let you know in other classes. Okay. Yes. So this sa is from another pitch, but we are using it here so that we can adjust the rhythm properly. Rhythm means laya. We will get to know what rhythm or laya means in next classes. Okay, here see how the order is 1, 2, 3, 4, sa, ri, ga, ma. And the next line is ri, ga, ma, pa. That means we are coming again down. From 4, we are coming down to 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. From 5, we are coming down to 3 again. 3, 4, 5, 6. From 6 again we are coming down to 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. From 7 we are coming down to 5 again. 5, 6, 7. 1 from another octave. Here we say it as 8. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the next line, see 8, 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5, 4. 6, 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you are getting to know how this jumbling is happening and ascending order is happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. And descending order 8, 7, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we are going up and also going down. That means this is a very good exercise for voice. Okay, only in this way we can make our voice do exercise. Do we have any other way to clean this voice or the vocal cords inside? Can we take them out and clean them with a brush or paste? Is it possible? No, right? So how can we clean them or do exercise with them? Only through singing these kinds of exercises. Okay, so these exercises are very much important to a musician to keep their voice in a proper way. Now here in this alankaram, your assignment is you have to fill this avarohana. The second line is avarohana, and by next class you have to show me this and I'll correct it back. Okay, so I have written this arohana so that you will get some idea, and avarohana needs to be filled by you. Okay children, so that was it for today. In the next video session I'll come back with another musical term. Okay, bye bye, take care.